Here we go with vampires. Well, vampires is one of those teams that is very different from everyone else. However, they do have major weaknesses, which prevent them from being really good teams. Now, can they win games? Sure they can. But, yeah, I really don't like their special rules. Makes them really hard to play effectively. Still, let's go for rerolls. I would probably go for 3, even though they cost 70,000, which is a lot. So, they only have 2 types of players, the vampires and the thralls. The vampires, well, they're the center of your team. However, they do have a really bad weakness, and the thralls are there in case things, well, you get bad rolls when playing vampires. So let's look at the vampires. Whoops, I already bought one, but still, I was going to buy a few, so that's not a problem. Anyway, as you can see, they do have access to strength, general, and agility tables, which makes them pretty versatile. However, there are some problems, of course. As you can see, 6th movement is very decent, but still, getting a movement bonus when leveling up, that's always a good thing. 4 strength, which is above average, and 4 agility, again above average. Armor value at 8 is fine. Not great, but fine. So they have very strong stats. They're well-rounded players. However, we go to their problems. They do have regeneration, plus this team does have access to an apothecary, so this helps. Now the hypnotic gaze. I've never really used it, but that's because I haven't really played the vampire team that much. So the hypnotic gaze is when you stop moving, you can use that, the hypnotic gaze, and it can make the opponent lose his tackle zones and may not be able to catch, intercept, or pass the ball, assist another player in a block, or move by himself until the start of his next action. So it can be used really effectively if you use it at the right time. But still, doesn't work all the time, so that's another problem. However, the main problem with vampires is their bloodlust. Basically, whenever you want to move or do anything with a vampire, you roll a die. If you get 1, it means they crave blood. And what happens when they crave blood? They must feed on a thrall before the end of their action. So you get the chance to change their move since you roll the die before you start moving. And you try to get them close to a thrall and then they feed on them. So the thrall can either become stunned, KO, or badly hurt. Thankfully, they can't get one of those really nasty injuries where they would lose strength, agility, or whatever. However, badly hurt still means you won't be seeing your player till the next game, and that sucks, of course. As you'll probably note, I always use the word suck when talking about vampire teams, and well, it's quite appropriate for them. So basically, you can have up to 6 vampires on the pitch, and they cost 110,000, quite a bit. Now the problem is that the more vampires you have on a pitch, the more chance you'll get one of them who gets bloodlust. So of course I had not finished my explanation of the skill. With Bloodlust, let's say you don't get the chance to bite a thrall after you've missed your roll. Well, your player will get out of the pitch into the stands and start biting random spectators. And that means you won't see your vampire until the beginning of the next drive. So either after the end of the first half or after a touchdown. And of course, this is a problem. Now, thralls are decent linemen. They do have 6 strength, 6 movement, average strength with 3, average agility with 3, and low armor value with 7. So they don't have the opportunity of, or the advantage of being durable. So not only they will go down quickly if you get vampires with bloodlust. However, the opponent will also target your thralls to remove the chance of avoiding a turnover. Since, of course, when your vampire leaves the pitch to go bite some people, it's a turnover. So whatever happens, you'll want thralls to always be near a vampire. So if you have a problem, well, you already have your emergency exit with the thrall. They come with absolutely no skills. They have access to the general table, which means block and tackle are easy to get. However, well, it's a bit harder to make them into a different kind of player. You have to be a bit lucky and roll doubles or roll stat increases. So for these players, high armor value could help. High strength, of course. Agility, sure, but the vampires are usually there to carry the ball, throw the ball, score touchdowns. But you'll need a bunch of them. So let's buy several. Now we're up to 10 players. So since they cost 40,000, they're affordable. So now I would have the choice between another thrall, so 2 vampires and 9 thralls, which is a bit too much when you think about it. Or you could get another vampire. In this case, would be a really good idea. And you would have 90,000 left. So you could get a couple more thralls, or you can go back a little bit and get another reroll, which is always important. And you still have a little bit of money left, but since vampires cost 110,000, you would still have a long way to go before you can get your 4th vampire.